I've never heard anyone point this out before, but when meditating on this text, it occurred to me how incredibly merciful God was to Job's wife. Brethren, she essentially cursed God in telling Job to curse God. I want you to see this as we wrap up. Turn to chapter 42, the very last chapter. Where this thing comes to a close, and the Lord answers Job in chapters 38 through 41. And Job humbly responds beginning in chapter 42. And in fact, first notice verse 5. I had heard of you, Job speaking to God. I had heard of you by the hearing of the ear, but now my eye sees you. Even in Job's day, faith came by hearing, didn't it? Job's blameless integrity was rooted in faith. Wasn't because he ever saw God. He only heard about God. It's pretty convicting when you think about the light that Job had and the life that he lived. But I want you to see how the Lord responds to Job's cursing wife. Verse 10, and the Lord restored the fortunes of Job when he had prayed for his friends. And the Lord gave Job twice as much as he had before. Twice as much as... This was one of the richest men in the world beforehand. Now God's doubled him. Verse 11, then came to him all his brothers and sisters and all who had known him before and ate bread with him in his house. And they showed him sympathy and comforted him for all the evil that the Lord had brought upon him. Again, God brought this. And each of them gave him a piece of money and a gold ring. And the Lord blessed the latter days of Job more than his beginning. He had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels, and 1,000 yoke of oxen, 1,000 female donkeys. He had also 7 sons and 3 daughters. God blessed the womb of the woman who cursed him with 10 more children for her to raise and enjoy. Now you tell me if that's not remarkable. That just doesn't happen. You start backing away from people that curse God, especially in the Old Testament area. I mean, surely fire is going to fall from heaven and consume this woman just like it did the sheep and her servants, right? Just like it consumed Elijah's sacrifice. But that didn't happen. Instead, God meets this woman's rebellion, birthed in the moments of her despair, with mercy. 10 children, another 7 sons and 3 daughters. I mean, there are not many women have walked the face of this earth, have given birth to 10 children. We're getting close. Somebody, I won't call out names. We're getting there. There are not many women that have walked that path. She's given birth to 20. But she's given birth to 10 after cursing God who opens and closes the womb. That's incredible. Brethren, we've had and still have people in our lives that have committed grievous sins and created great offenses. People who have sinned against great light and sinned in light of God's great kindness and love toward them. But brethren, it doesn't get any more instructive for us that when a person openly and defiantly curses the living God, and God meets that person not with wrath, but with mercy. Here you go, 10 children.